Today we are going to get started in a standing posture. If you prefer to sit down or lay down, by all means feel free to do so. But I'll be guiding it standing, so find a nice standing posture with all 10 toes pointing forward. Hands can simply be by the sides, palms can be face up in Hasta Mudra for more receiving practice today, or as always, palms at heart center. So find what just feels natural in your body and we'll get started there. Once you're ready, gently draw your eyes closed. And let's take the next couple of moments to allow ourselves to truly arrive here and now. Begin to feel into the connection of the ground beneath your feet. Maybe you gently rock forward and back, just feeling into the ground beneath you. Allow the feet to get heavy, to really feel the connection. Eventually slow down the rocks and come to a stagnant standing posture. Really press the ground away through the feet so you feel a subtle lift in your body. So press the heels down towards the ground. Feel the rest of the body lift. Crown of the head lifts up towards the ceiling as well, standing nice and tall. Relax the shoulders down away from your ears and soften the belly. Relax your facial expression by softening the forehead, relaxing the eyes and softening the jaw. And tune into the space around your heart. Can you soften that region of the body, relaxing the chest? As we're here, begin to tune into your breath. So gently begin to feel the inhales and the exhales. Maybe you take a couple moments to bring all your awareness to the upper lip line. Can you feel the rush of air in and out, brushing against the tiny hairs along your upper lip? Just notice the sensation and allow yourself to tune into it. Feel the breath. Begin to follow the breath inwards towards the nostrils. Can you feel the air rush in and out of the nose? Tune into every inhale and exhale and just observe how it feels to breathe within the nose. Allow everything else in the mind to begin to fade to the background. As we're tuning into the present moment, that becomes our main focus. Follow the breath to the back of the neck now, so the back of the throat. Can you feel just that subtle brush of air as you inhale and exhale along the back of the throat? You may have to use your imagination to feel it, but just allow yourself to be with the breath here. Gently tune into the heart space, the center of the chest. On the inhales, feel the chest lift. On the exhales, the chest lowers. Just notice the feeling of the breath in this region of the body. Eventually lower your awareness one more time to the rib cage and the belly. Can you feel the belly and rib cage expand on the inhales? And on the exhales, feel it soften and contract. Again, allow the breath to just cradle, to just hold the mind. Everything else fades to the background. Eventually, just take a couple big breaths on your own. Maybe you feel just one area of the body that really stands out to you, or just follow the breath. Notice the different areas that light up throughout the cycle of your inhales and exhales. Take the next couple of moments to simply ground yourself in your breath. Our priority is to stay connected with the breath as we practice. So find that connection here and now. Once you feel ready and grounded in your breath, gently peel the eyes open and allow the hands to come down by your sides. Pause once the eyes are open and continue to feel the breath. So now vision's back in the picture. Can we stay with our gaze internal, feeling the inhales and exhales? Once you're ready to move, follow an inhale to sweep the hands out and around. Palms will touch at the top. Trace your breath. So exhale, hands come to the heart center. Really try to move with the inhales and exhales. Inhale, hands sweep out and around. When you get to the top of your inhale, palms touch. Exhale, hands slowly descend to heart center. Bottom of the exhale, hands are at the heart. One more time, you could take your own pace. Inhale, hands out and around, palms touch, follow your breath, exhale, hands draw down. Great job, hands come down by the sides, palms face in towards your thighs. Make sure your feet are about hips distance, all 10 toes point forward. On your next inhale, can you really pull the crown of the head up towards the ceiling, so lengthen the spine. On your exhale, begin to tip over toward the right hand side like you want to touch the ground with the right hand. So allow the hand to come down, and as you're here, can you pull the left shoulder back towards the wall behind you? So you should get a nice side stretch here, low belly pulls in, and press down through that left heel. Now this may seem a little awkward, but this really allows us to exaggerate using the core to stretch rather than the arms if we were to have the hands over the head. Take one more big breath here, try to touch the ground. On your next inhale, come on up. We're gonna go straight to the other side. So exhale, left hand draws down, shoulders pivot. Pause for a couple big breaths and really try to imagine like you're pulling that right shoulder back behind you. So we're opening the chest towards the front of the room. Couple more big breaths, pull that low belly in. Breathe deeply, relax your jaw. One more big breath. Great job. Inhale, come back up to center. Exhale once you get to the top. On your next inhale, hands sweep out and around, palms touch at the top. Exhale, bow to the feet. Inhale, rise up halfway, pull the heart forward, and on your exhale, step your feet back behind you, plank pose, and then lower your knees, the chest, and then the chin down towards the mat. Booty will be up. Inhale, pull the heart forward, low cobra. Exhale, down dog. Curl the toes under, press up and back, downward facing dog. We're going to pause here for 5 big breaths. If you'd like to add some sort of movement like pedaling out the feet or simply shifting the weight forward and back, feel free to do so. Begin to warm up the backs of your legs and find what feels good right here. Really continue to press through the palms, specifically between the pointed finger and the thumb. Shoulder blades pull down away from the ear and spread along the midline. Let's take about 2 more big breaths. Breathe to the low belly. One more breath. Great job. On your next inhale, either step or walk the feet all the way up between the hands. Once you get to the top of your mat, rise up halfway, pull the heart forward. Exhale, fold to the feet. Inhale, come all the way up, hands sweep out and around as you rise, palms touch at the top. Exhale, hands through heart center and down by the sides. One more time, inhale, big sweep out and around, palms touch. Exhale, bow down. Inhale, rise up halfway, pull the heart forward, and this time exhale, step only your left foot back behind you, drop the knee down and uncurl the toes. Inhale, hands come up as you raise the torso, palms touch. Exhale, we're going to twist, so arms come to a T shape, and then begin to turn the body toward the right hand side. We're going to pause here for a couple big breaths, really sink down into that front knee, knee stays stacked over the ankle, and arms remain in a T shape with the wrists directly extended from the shoulder. So try to notice if you're reaching your arms more than your torso is spinning. Low belly pulls in and up, crown of the head reaches up. Maybe you look towards the side or over your back thumb. Let's take one more big breath here. Beautiful. On your exhale, drop that back hand down and then sweep it up. Inhale, both hands come to touch. Exhale, hands come down, frame the front foot steps back behind, knees can be on the ground or up, and then lower yourself down towards the mat. Inhale, low cobra, maybe up dog if you're ready, straightening the arms. Exhale, curl the toes under, press up and back, down dog. Pause here for 5 big breaths. Again, your choice if you feel like you still want to add some movement and make the posture dynamic. If you're ready for a stagnant downward facing dog, really drive the heels down towards the mat and press the knees and thighs towards the wall behind you. Couple more big breaths. Bring your mind to the body. Notice what you're feeling. Breathe deeply. One more big round of breath right here. On your next inhale, step your left foot up between your hands. Exhale, lower the back knee down, uncurl the toes. Inhale, hands come up to that T shape. And then exhale, we're gonna twist. So peel the left hand back, right hand reaches towards the front. You can look towards the side wall or over your back hand. Really reach those fingertips towards opposite sides. Sink into that front knee. Couple more big breaths. Imagine pressing your front heel down into the mat, drawing it back. Back knee presses down, draws forward. One more big breath here. Twist from the belly button. Exhale, back hand drops down. Inhale, both hands reach up, palms touch. Exhale, hands come down, frame the front foot, curl the back toes under. Inhale, pop on up to the front of your mat, rise up halfway. Exhale, fold to the feet. Inhale all the way up to standing. Hands sweep out and around as you rise, palms touch at the top. Exhale, hands through heart center, down by the sides. All right, one more version of Sun A. Inhale, hands sweep out and around, palms touch. Exhale, bow to the feet. Inhale, rise up halfway. Exhale, plant the hands, step the feet back, and lower yourself down towards the mat in the way that suits your body right now. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, tabletop position. So drop the knees down. If you need to scooch the hands back, feel free to do so. Wrists under shoulders, knees, hips distance. Moving through a couple rounds of cat-cows on your next inhale. Belly drops down, heart pulls through, gaze goes up. Exhale, round the spine. Look towards the knees, the thighs, the belly button. Inhale, belly draws down. Pull the heart through as you look up. Exhale, round like you want to touch the ceiling with their shoulder blades. Continue to do a couple rounds at your own pace, following your own breath. We inhale to look up and exhale to round. So take your time, move with your breath. We'll meet up in a couple rounds. Stay with the breath, stay in the body. Let's do about one more round. And whenever you complete your cat-cows, we'll make our way to down dog. So take your time. Whenever you want to make your way to down dog, feel free to do so. We'll do so by curling the toes under, lifting the knees up, and pressing the hips up and back. Once you get to the down dog, we'll pause there for a couple big breaths. So really find your strong stance. Press the ground away through the hands. Feel the forearms lift. Press the hips back and drive the heels towards the mat. It's okay if the heels don't touch. That comes over time. Couple more big breaths. Breathe the low belly. Let's take one more breath. On your next inhale, step those feet on up between your hands, and then rise up halfway when you get to the top of your mat. Exhale, fold to the feet. Inhale, hands sweep out and around, palms touch at the top. Exhale, hands through heart center, down by the sides. All right, we're going to take it down to the mat now. Inhale, hands sweep out and around, palms touch. Exhale, fold on down. Inhale, rise up halfway, lengthen the spine. Exhale, plant the hands, step the feet on back. Again, lower yourself down in the mode that works for you. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, drop the knees, come towards tabletop, but this time we're going to stand up on the knees. So come all the way up. Inhale, hands sweep out and around, palms touch. Exhale, float the hands down by the sides. So take a look down. Make sure the knees are directly under those hip points. We're going to do that same stretch we did standing, but now on our knees. So inhale, crown of the head reaches up towards the ceiling. Exhale, tip the shoulders on over to the right, like you want to touch the ground beneath your right fingertips. Left shoulder pulls back, so then you'll feel a nice stretch along the side body. Couple more big breaths. Breathe deeply, relax your jaw, soften the shoulders. You got it, you're doing great. One more big breath. Perfect. Inhale, come on up to center. Going on over to the left. So exhale, tip it on over like you want to touch the ground with your fingertips. Pause for a couple big breaths and pull that right shoulder back. When you pull that right shoulder back, that's when you'll really start to work into that lower side body. Breathe deeply again, soften your jaw. Let's take 2 more big breaths. 1 more breath. Great job. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, tabletop position. Curl the toes under. Inhale, lift the knees up. And then exhale, press on back, down dog. 5 big breaths in down dog. And really take this time to feel the breath in your body. Use down dog as a moment to reset, to come back to center. 2 more big breaths. Great job. 1 more breath. When your next inhale arises, lift your right foot up off the mat and point the toes towards the wall behind you. On your exhale, shift forward to plank. As you do so, bring your right knee towards your left elbow, so we're twisting across the body. Inhale, kick it on back, down dog, right foot lifts. Exhale, come across the body, plank twist. Inhale, shoot it on back. We're going to do 1 more on this side. Exhale, plank twist. Great job. Inhale, shoot it on back. Exhale, set the right foot down. Same thing, other side. So inhale, left foot lifts, toes points back behind you. Exhale, come forward, twist. Inhale, shoot it on back. Exhale, forward, twist. Inhale, shoot it on back. Last time, exhale, left knee to the right elbow. Inhale, press it on back, toes lift. Exhale, set the foot down. Inhale, plank pose. Exhale, lower yourself towards the mat. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, child's pose. Drop the knees, big toes touch, knees spread wide, sink the hips back to the heels. Pause for a couple of big breaths. Allow the head to rest on the ground or simply dangle in the air. Breathe deeply. Notice how you're feeling. Maybe you rock those hips side to side. Breathe deeply. Equalize your inhales and exhales. So if you have a panting-like nature to the breath, try to even out the length of your inhales and exhales and simply feel the breath in the body. Relax your jaw, soften the shoulders away from the ears. Couple more big breaths here. Just let yourself be in your body. When you're ready, follow your next inhale to come on up, tabletop position, hands and knees. Exhale, curl the toes under, press up and back, down dog. Take a big breath or 2 once you get to downward facing dog. And we're going to move through a flow, moving from fallen triangle to wild thing. But we'll have many options along the way, so just pay attention and follow what feels good in your body today. So when you're ready, on your next inhale, right foot lifts up off the ground, toes point towards the wall behind you. Exhale, just like we did before, come forward to plank. This time, hug the knee in towards the chest. From here, you're going to reach the right foot out toward the left-hand side. So this might be enough. You might just stay right here, really sinking into the nice stretch on the outside of your right leg. If you want to go a little bit further towards fallen triangle, you're going to step your right hand just a bit forward of the left. And when you're ready on an exhale, you're going to fall over toward the right-hand side. So in other words, you're going to stack the right shoulder over the right wrist, and then that left heel's going to fall in towards the midline. As you do so, the chest will open, and that left hand's going to reach up towards the ceiling. Those right toes are going to spin towards the ground. So we're really focusing on pressing the hips up towards the ceiling, reaching that top hand up. Pause for a couple big breaths. Maybe you stay here. If you want to come back to just that IT band stretch, feel free to do so. If you want to start to transition to wild thing, the way we're going to do so is we're going to allow the toes to pivot towards the back of the room, and then we're really going to try to lift that right hip up towards the ceiling, and then the top hand reaches towards the front of the room. So pause for a couple big breaths wherever it feels good for you. Let's take 2 more big breaths. 1 more. On your exhale, bring your left hand back down to the mat, slowly pivot, lift that back heel, and then come on back to down dog. Take a big breath in down dog, and then we'll move through a little vinyasa. So inhale, plank pose. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, upward facing dog, shine the heart forward. Exhale, press it on back, down dog. Pause for a couple big breaths here. Breathe deeply, and then we'll repeat on the other side. 1 more big breath. All right, let's try the other side. So inhale, left foot lifts up behind you. Exhale, come forward, plank, hug the knee in towards you. Inhale, shoot the left foot out toward the right-hand side. So again, maybe you pause here, just sinking into the IT band stretch. If you want to go to fallen triangle, step your left hand forward slightly. And on your next inhale, right hand begins to lift. As it does so, right heel drops towards the midline, hips press up towards the ceiling. Pause here for a couple big breaths. Right hand reaches tall. Breathe deeply. If you want to move towards wild thing from fallen triangle, maybe you begin to pivot the toes to begin to face the back of your room, and the hand reaches up overhead towards the front of your room. Hips square up towards the ceiling as you breathe deeply. 2 more big breaths in whatever pose you're in. 1 more breath. On your next exhale, drop that top hand down to the mat. Spin on up on that top heel. Step on back, down dog. Take a big breath or 2 in down dog. Breathe deeply. And then we'll move through our vinyasa. Inhale, plank pose. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Let's make our way to child's pose from here. So inhale, tabletop position, hands and knees spread wide, big toes touch. Exhale, child's pose. Pause for a couple of big breaths. Notice how you're feeling. Breathe deeply. Maybe you feel the beat of the heart in the chest. Send your breath all the way down the back body. Let yourself just simply feel how the body feels right now. Let go of any judgment. Find some compassion and gratitude for what your body can do today. Take another big breath or 2, oxygenating the body, letting the mind soften. And whenever your next inhale arises, begin to walk the hands back towards you until you're sitting all the way up on the heels. Once you get there, exhale, and if the knees are wider than your hips, just bring them in slightly so knees are hip wide. Place the hands on your legs. So we're going to do a seated version of cat-cow right here. On your next inhale, slide the hands towards the hip creases, and as you do so, arc the spine, look up towards the ceiling. Elbows squeeze in by the sides. On your exhale, begin to reach out towards the knees. As you do so, round the spine, looking towards the belly button. Inhale, open up, hand slide towards you, look up towards the ceiling. Exhale, round the spine, look down. Inhale, open up, slide the palms towards you. Exhale, round, do about 2 more, and just follow your own breath, breathing through the spine. Inhale to look up. Exhale to round. We'll do about 1 more. Follow your own breath. Once you complete your rounds, come back to neutral. Inhale. Big exhale. On your next inhale, walk the hands forward. We're going to lay down on our bellies next. So just allow yourself to wiggle on down, set your body down on the mat, stack your palms, and simply take a moment to rest your forehead on the hands. Maybe you wiggle the hips side to side. Breathe deeply. And simply feel the connection of the body with the ground. On the inhales, feel your belly press towards the mat beneath you. Exhales, feel the body soften and melt down. Pause here for a couple moments, just keeping the mind in the body, feeling the breath. Allow everything else to fade to the background. On your next inhale, gently lift the head up off the hands And then exhale, bring the hands under the shoulders, elbows squeeze in by the sides. Moving through a couple rounds of low cobra. On your next inhale, can you peel the heart up off the mat, shine the heart forward. Now keep those hands super light. Maybe you can lift them and wiggle the fingers. We're working on back strength here. On the exhale, slowly lower back down. Inhale, lift on up, keep the feet down on the mat. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift, press the hips down as you rise. Exhale, lower. Okay, this time we're gonna hold. So on your next inhale, lift up, pause once you're lifted, and breathe deeply. Keep squeezing the elbows by the sides. You should feel the low back working here. Press the tops of the toes down into the mat. One more big breath, you got it. Exhale, lower yourself on down. Pause for a moment or two, just let yourself come back to the breath. From here, you have the option to stay with low cobra or move the hands to cactus arms. So you're gonna bring the palms down to the mat in 90-degree angle, so the elbows bend 90 degrees, and then we'll lift and lower from there. So when you're ready, on your next inhale, lift on up. Maybe you have cactus arms, maybe the hands are on the ground. Exhale, lower down. 2 more than we hold. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale to rise, squeeze the low back. Exhale, down. Okay, this time we're gonna hold. Inhale, peel on up. Pause, couple big breaths. Breathe deeply. If your arms are in cactus arms, try to keep the elbows on the same height as the shoulders. One more big breath, you got it. Low back is working here. On your exhale, slowly lower yourself down. Maybe you stack the palms this time and rest the forehead. Allow the low back to equalize, to relax for a couple moments. Breathe through the back body. All right, so you can either do what we just did, or low cobra, or the option to move on one more time for the ultimate low back strengthening posture. We're gonna move to full locust pose. So if you'd like to, you'll reach the hands out in front of you like Superman arms, and we're gonna lift the hands and the feet up off the ground at the same time. So when you're ready, follow your next inhale, lift the hands and chest, feet and legs lift up. Exhale, lower. So we're lifting from the strength of the low back. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. One more, then we'll hold. Inhale to rise. Exhale, lower. All right, let's hold this one. Inhale, lift it on up. Pause for a couple big breaths. Really reach the fingers and the toes in opposite directions. Squeeze the low back. One more big breath. Can you lift up any higher? Great job. Exhale, lower on down. Stack the palms. Rest the head on the hands. Take a couple moments, just be in your body. Allow the back to soften towards the ground. Just tune into what you feel. Let yourself simply be in your body. Once it feels like your low back has started to settle a bit, feel free to bend the knees, lift the feet, and maybe just allow the feet to drop side to side in windshield wiper-like motions, finding a nice release to the low back. Stay with the breath, stay in the body. Allow the mind to simply be here and now, in your body, on your mat. Once you feel like the low back has settled a bit, allow the feet to eventually come back down towards the ground. And only when you're ready, we're going to flip on over to our back. So roll on over the right-hand side and just allow yourself to flip on over and scoot yourself so you're resting on your back body. Once you get there, gently hug the knees in towards you, wrap your arms around the legs, and find a gentle rock side to side. As you rock, press the low back in towards the mat. This will help give a nice release to the low back after all that work we just did. Maybe the eyes draw closed. Find what feels good for you here. And I'm going to leave the last posture or two up to you. So feel free to take whatever stretch comes to you. Maybe it's like a happy baby or butterfly legs. Maybe it's a twist. Just give yourself whatever you'd like to take right now. So you set aside this time for you. So give yourself a moment to listen to your body and just move to a posture, a stretch, a shape in the body that feels good for you. So take the next couple moments, flow to whatever feels good. And then we'll eventually meet up in Shavasana, so take your time. If you're still flowing, take all the time that you need. And only when you're ready, we'll meet up in our final resting pose, Shavasana. Once you're ready for Shavasana, find a cozy resting posture, possibly with the limbs extended. And once you get there, gently draw your eyes closed. Begin to invite in a soft, easy, a relaxed nature to your mind, to your body, to the space all around and the space within you. Begin to soften your body, starting by relaxing the crown of your head. Soften your forehead, relax the eyebrows. Allow the eyes to sink back towards the skull as you relax the temples. Soften the cheekbones and the jaw. Relax the lips, the teeth, and gently float the tongue down away from the roof of your mouth. Soften your ears. Relax the back of the head, allowing it to press heavily towards the ground beneath you. Relax the scalp. Soften the back of the neck, the sides, and the front, allowing the throat to open. Melt the shoulder blades towards the ground beneath you. As you relax the upper arms, soften the elbows. Relax the lower arms, the wrists. Soften the hands, allowing every finger to get a little bit lighter. Allow the chest to open and relax. Soften the belly, the rib cage. And begin to melt the back body towards the ground, starting at the top of the back, sweeping down, allowing every vertebra and muscle fiber of the back body to melt towards the ground beneath you. Soften the hips, the sacrum, relax the glutes and the pelvic area. Soften the upper legs, the knees. Relax the lower legs and the ankles. And allow the feet to soften as every toe gets a little bit lighter. And notice if you're holding on anywhere else in your body. And allow it to melt down, to relax and open. Just let the body go. And allow this inner state of relaxation and ease to translate to your mind, softening the mind as though it's a muscle itself, allowing it to melt and fade away, leaving the body empty, light, and effortless. Rest here for the next couple of moments, just allowing your body to soak in the goodness of your practice today. Allow yourself to drift away, to keep letting go, letting go, letting go. Gently begin to invite the awareness back in towards your body. Maybe you deepen the breath or add subtle movements to the toes, the fingers, the wrists and ankles. Only when you feel ready, gently roll over to either side and pause there to rest in a fetal position, taking your time. Once you feel ready, gently press yourself all the way up to seated, keeping the eyes softly closed as you move. We'll meet with the eyes closed and palms touching at heart center. Take a couple of moments to consciously realize how you feel right now. Draw your awareness to your mind, to your headspace. Observe, notice how it feels. What word is the first word that comes to you to describe the state of your mind right now? Draw your awareness to your body, notice how it feels. What word describes your body? And eventually tune into your emotional well-being. What emotion do you feel right now? Just observe, notice, let it be. You're perfect just as you are. Give yourself a smile and truly thank yourself for showing up here today, for dedicating your time to cultivating a beautiful state within and all around you. And thank you so very, very much for sharing your beautiful energy and practice with me and everyone who joined in here today. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste.